Good morning, y'all. We're in Genesis 38. Um, Hope y'all are doing okay. Genesis 38. All right, let's go. And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren, and turned in to a certain Adulamite, whose name was Hira. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua. And he took her and went in unto her. Sheesh. Okay. Now I'm just going to look back real quick to see what role he played in the drama that unfolded with Joseph. Okay. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Doesn't that seem kind of odd that Judas Iscariot betrayed the Lord? But over here, he's also playing a role. Okay, so that just seems irony to me. Not necessarily irony, but a sign to me that Judas was involved. I know it's a different name, Judas, but it's kind of irony to me that that's involved in the selling. You know, whether he's suggesting it, doing it. You know, he suggested they sell the brother, and guess what? Judas sold the Lord. So I just got my eyes open for stuff. So I don't know anything about my Bible. I was informed. Not even a remote idea of what's going on. But I believe that I believe that modern day animals is what we looked like back then. Okay. And then back even further, it's even more modern day animals. You're telling me those animals are going to become humans? You're never going to hear the end of this. Okay. And she conceived again and bare a son. No. And she conceived and bare a son and called his name Uh-oh. And she conceived again and bare a son and called his name Onan. Okay. And she conceived again. No, and she yet again conceived and bare a son and called his name Shelah. And here was a Chezib, and he was at Chezib when she bare him. And Judah took a wife from his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. Whoa. And Judah said unto Onan, oh, if God slew somebody, he's evil. He can't be God if he slew somebody. just gets more ridiculous every time I hear something. It's about anything. Anything. All right, now. Let's go to Genesis 38, verse 7. He slew him. He can't be God. If God is all good, he slew somebody. You guys should have been super sleuths. Keep your day job, Carmen Sandiego. Bunch of super sleuths. End up getting slown. Ta! Woo! You guys are trying to be super sleuths and you end up getting slown. Yeah, that's a word. I just made it up. You guys tried to be super sleuths, but you ended up getting slown. Bunch of super sleuths, man. Keep your day job. Guys, don't ever try to be a detective. Y'all ain't gonna solve nothing. If y'all don't have raw footage and fingerprints, y'all aren't gonna solve nothing. Whoo! Super sleuth. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go, George? Golly. No intuition. No common sense. You got 4 rows full of books, and you believe every word in every book. Oh, I don't know if it's the artificial sweetener or what, but golly. Lay off the Diet Mountain Dew, bro. It's getting to your brain. Super sleuths ended up getting slown. Yes, I made up the word slown. It's past tense. It's past tense for slay. I made it up. I can do that. Because the Lord slew him. Well, guess what? If you get slown, kind of like vertical, it exists. Sounds better than slewn. I don't care. It's supposed to be funny. Because the stuff y'all are saying is really funny. God can't be God because the evil happens in the world. If he lets it go on, that means he can't be all good. You keep making attachment things. Well, if that means that, then this must mean this. So this what? Oh, that means that. What kind of logic is that? What kind of logic? That is crazy, man. Just think about it. Where do you see in the Bible that God is all good? He's unjudgeable. Where do you see that? Oh, your steadfast love, all this and that. I get it. Everlasting mercy. I get it. I get it. Oh, your precepts are blah, blah, blah. What is the definition of good? What might be good for you might not be good for everybody else. If you need to survive and you got a infection in your leg, guess what? They got to amputate that leg for the greater good. There's going to be some pain there. So don't sit here and tell me what's good. If you got cancer, guess what? You got to go through chemo to get that out. That is not a good thing. Guess what? It has to be done for the greater good. So don't sit here and tell me what's good. You wouldn't know good if it hit you in the face. Oh, if God was an all-good God, then super sleuths. Keep your day job, man. Golly. No wonder we got so many idiots running around here today. Anybody just can't be a detective, y'all. Y'all got to have some common sense. Y'all got to pass some tests. Swear an oath. I do solemnly swear. Y'all can't even do that. Y'all don't even believe in God. To protect and serve, you can't even protect yourself. Well, if God was an all-good God, he would protect me. But he's not real, so I don't good. What does good mean? I don't know. I got 4 rows full of books and they're good. You should go check them out, man. I got 4 rows of books. Look. What does good mean? I don't know. I'm a super sleuth. Hardy boys, keep your day job, man. Golly. Keep your day job, Hardy boys. Okay. Good is relative, y'all. What's good for you might not be good for somebody else. One gain over here is a loss over here. World peace for you might not be world peace for somebody else. People might have to die to achieve world peace. Get your head out of the sand. You're a super sleuth. You're the Hardy Boys. I mean, really, man. NCIS. You're something. You're something big. I mean, you could literally make a movie out of this. Wayne's World, excellent. Bum, 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 bum. Dumb and Dumber. They got more sense than you. Go get a worm farm or something, man. Y'all are just ridiculous. Samsonite. Dude, where's my car? I don't know it, but it's good. Well, if you got your car stolen, then God can't be real because that's not good or cool. He wasn't the Messiah anyway, so he can't be real or good. See how that works? We went from this, your car was stolen. That means God, that was a bad thing. That means God isn't real because God is supposed to be all good. And since that's not good feeling and cool that you got your car stolen, guess what? That means everything's fake about God and Christianity isn't real. And matter of fact, let's go get a burger, man. Harold and Kumar face that. Super sleuth. Radical, excellent. All right, so, whew. And she yet again conceived and bare a son. Okay. And the Lord slew him. Okay. He got slain. Not to be confused with the word that sounds similar like that. Okay. And verse 38, verse 7, and Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. Pretty much. That's how that works. Shalom. By the way, I don't stand behind the word Shalom being a past tense for slew. It's supposed to be funny. Doesn't necessarily not fit. There's plenty of grammatically passable words that aren't in the Webster's dictionary. It just has to do with tenses. Okay. Doesn't sound too off to me. Slay, slew, shlone. Okay. I'm not a super sleuth either. I can admit when what I'm saying is just a theory. I can admit that what I'm saying is not facts. This Bible is a fact, okay? And everything in it. If I put something on, if it's something coming out of my mouth and my theology, I'll let you know. This is not fact, this is my theology, okay? I know the difference. Telling God he's not an all-good God or what that qualifies to be is complete idiocracy. If that's even a word. It is now. Alright, so we try to have a good time on the channel, y'all. It's not all serious. I mean, it is, but we're going to have as much fun as we can. And I can get roasted too. I'm not special. Please, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I can get roasted too. No problem. I can dish it out. I can take it. Please let me suffer in the name of the Lord. Please let me suffer. Let me suffer for the Lord. Okay. No, I know you're a carpenter. You could not be a real detective because eating donuts and reading the Hardy Boys is not going to get the job done. It's not going to get the job done. We got real crime to fight. So put on your cape and your tidy whities and you're good to go. That's about the only crime you're going to solve is catching a donut. And if you're eating a donut right now, you know that's a sign from God. If you heard me say that, and you're eating a donut right now, it's time for you to throw in the towel, man. You've officially been slapped in the face by God. Okay, it happens. I'm watching a movie about Rob Lowe the other night. And guess what I do? I look on the counter today, and it's a magazine with AARP with Rob Lowe on it. That's a sign for me. I said, hold on, man. I ain't never seen a magazine with Rob Lowe on it. And I just watched, I don't know how many magazines actually had him on it. Probably hundreds, thousands. But the fact that I just watched it 2 nights ago, and I look down and there's Rob Lowe on the cover of AARP. And I don't even watch movies. So, I mean, that's kind of a sign for me that and not just that, I said, this is a significant thing that we watching in a movie. Because I don't even watch it. I said, this is a movie, blah, 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 blah. We're watching it. It's got Rob Lowe in it. I probably said his name 100 times that night. Or 30 times. And all of a sudden, I look down. And there's a magazine with Rob Lowe turned towards me. I mean, it's just little stuff, little signs you got to look out for. It's not about Rob Lowe. It's about the fact that significant things happen. It doesn't necessarily have to be about God. It's just signs of out of place coincidences. A wise man said there is no coincidence. I think it was Hermes or something like that. He said there are no coincidences. That's impossible. So that Rob Lowe thing was a sign for me. How am I gonna see a magazine right there? And I just watched a movie with Rob Lowe 2 nights ago. And I made a big point out of it that I watched that movie. Because it was him. I mean, I'm no Rob Lowe fan, but I am now. I mean, it's really not the movies. It's really just about Rob Lowe. It's not about the movie itself. It's just Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe is the star of the movie, and that's the only reason people watch it. So, I didn't know Rob Lowe was that big of a dude, man. Rob Lowe is something else. So, much props to Rob Lowe. He's doing good. All right. Super sleuths. Radical, excellent. Austin Powers. He'd be a better detective than y'all. Go get your mojo and all that, and you'll be ready to go. We're talking. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go, George? It wasn't the Christ. It wasn't the Christ. All right. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. Now, I'm going to try to read this through, y'all. Let's see. Scooby-Doo, they solve crimes too. Guess. Well, it was him in the library with the hammer. Yeah. What's the name of that game where you try to pick who done it, where they did it? I think it's not guess, yeah, it was him in the library with the hammer. He did it. And it wasn't good. And it was for world peace. Yeah, that's what happened. Book him, Dano. Barney 5 on the way. Take the day off, man. Take the rest of the day off. You're okay. Take the rest of the day off. Take a 2-week vacation. We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. What do you mean? This job isn't good. I don't like it. We'll be in touch, Barney 5. We'll be in touch. Super sleuths. Radical, excellent, gnarly. A hippie turned investigator. Unsolved mysteries. This goes on and on. Y'all aren't ever going to hear the end of this. The mystery is... Never mind. All right. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? He wasn't on the cross. That wasn't the Messiah. No. Mom, can you make me some noodles? If the law enforcement and the military of this world was any good at anything like y'all are about solving and recognizing truth and solving real crime, real spiritual principles, finding out truth, then the world would be a terrible place. My hat goes off to law enforcement because they're actually putting away criminals and solving crime in the face of danger. But you guys, right there, you guys are doing nothing against. Keep your day job. Don't do anything that involves any type of real stuff, because you stick to building your messed up cabinets and all that, because this stuff is messed up, man. Y'all are doing, man. This is terrible. You're telling God what good is. It's just ridiculous, man. So just keep your day job, man. I just want to thank the law enforcement and the military of this world, even up to this point, for actually having sense to know what your enemy is. And to know who's protecting you. And when you get saved, you're basically taking an oath. Basically. So it's not much different. When you get salvation, man, you're pretty much being enlisted. So make sure you get yourself together and take this stuff at his word before you start doing anything next. Because what you've been doing is grossly inadequate to anything that meets any type of criteria to say that you did a good job. You're leading others astray with your confident assertions. You're pulling people away from the Lord. It says others that are weak in faith. So it's okay though. That's what we're here for. That's what this place is here for, this channel, so that we can actually get raw, real theology that's correct. Okay? Jesus Christ is the Son of God who came to take away the sins of the world. You're not once saved, always saved. You're not once saved, always saved. You need to make this in action and do everything he's telling you diligently, continuously, always following up, continuously, daily. Striving for perfection, because it says be holy like I am holy. Striving for protection. Striving for perfection and godliness through the instructions in the New Testament, so that you can escape your worst nightmares in hell for everlasting destruction and torment, and go on to infinite things that we don't know all the way, but it's good and joyful, and that's your duty to fulfill your role, and that's your duty. And there is no two roads. It's either one or the other. So that's what the real theology is. It's not about sitting here trying to disprove the Christ and all this. The Christ is what he is. Don't miss the whole. You're missing. If that's where you're at, that's way back. You're way off course. Okay. So I'm reading this through now, I think. Tomorrow, when I come back on, I'm going to do a quick breakdown of a summary of where we are in this study. I mean, with our theology and what we're doing on this channel. When I come on, I'm going to do a quick breakdown of what we're doing here, why we're doing it, why it matters, how we can believe it. A quick breakdown of where we're at, to recap, to bring up everybody to speed of what exactly this is for. Okay, that's going to be first and foremost, so that I can catch people before they swipe away about what we're doing here. It's time. It's time. It's time to do a recap of what we're doing here. This is not just, like I said, the message isn't really out there. All right, so and Judah said unto Onan, go in to thy brother's wife and marry her and raise up seed to thy brother. It's kind of interesting. His name is but that sounds like a lot like error. So, there's a lot of words we use today that have biblical backgrounds. The word I'm looking for, etymology, I think. Maybe not, but I had a book just about that, about words and their root meanings. I don't want to say etymology. No. I don't think that's right, but the point is that his name is Sounds a lot like error, but really, ruthless is a word that comes from the Bible. There's a lot of words. I don't want to say a lot. I know there's several words that have biblical basis. Babylon, the Tower of Babel, which is associated with baby Babel. There's a lot of words that are biblically based. People don't really recognize. And for all the unbelievers out there that are watching right now, atheists, I want to ask you about gematria. How do you explain that? How do you explain the various recognized patterns of gematria and gematria? How do you recognize? How do you tell me that that's not something bigger? That is not man. I'm sorry, not even remotely close to doing that. You cannot sit here and tell me that a man did that. Man may have found it and labeled it, but man did not put that in there. Sorry. How do you explain gematria and gematria if you are an atheist? That's gonna be my main point coming up. I got kicked off live because I didn't know you couldn't say the word gay. I didn't know that. And I bring that up because God never said, and the Bible never said you couldn't be that. It just said you couldn't practice it. I didn't say you couldn't. It didn't say that you couldn't be that. It just said you can't be acting that out in a sexual manner. Okay, that's what it said. So you can be that all day long, as long as you're not doing that sexually. You're okay. That's just a scripture that I know. You can't help the feelings that are inside of you. Just as long as you're not acting that out. So I don't know if you can't help it, but I mean maybe not. I don't know. But that's my point. It's not just about that. It's about the like I said, it's not necessarily your orientation. It's just what you're doing with that. So moving on. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, and Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his, and it came to pass when he went into his brother's wife that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. This is an image of almost masturbation. This is my theology. This is not what I'm saying that's saying, and that's one of the main points. I can teach in a manner that's doesn't have to be necessarily what that's saying, but he was ejaculated under the ground. Now, I don't know what led up to that. All I know is that he spilled his seed on the ground. He didn't put it into where he was instructed to put that, which was inside of his brother's wife. That's what he was supposed to do. But no, he spilled it on the ground. Well, why'd you go in there then? I don't know if he had second thoughts last minute or what, but anyway, the Lord slew him too. He got slown. Sloon. I like Sloan better. So, in the thing which he did displease the Lord, wherefore he slew him also. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father's house. Okay. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father. We're in 38:11. So guys, about this study, it's not that I'm not making any sense. You guys just aren't following along in your Bibles. If you want to know what's going on, go to chapter 38, which I state before every video. I say, hey, I'm in Genesis 38. And you can follow along. Or go back and get more context after the video so that you know where I'm at. It's not my fault that you don't know where I'm at or understand what I'm saying. You guys just have too much going on with Rob Lowe that you can't follow along in your Bible. No, that was not intended for you. Okay. Till remain a widow, 38:11. Then Judah said to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father's house till Shelah, my son, be grown. For he said, lest peradventure he die also, as his brethren did. To me, this is almost a picture of waiting on the bride of us for the Christ. And I say that because it's like an arranged marriage, with us and the bride of Christ. I mean, us being the bride. It's almost like an arranged marriage. So he's like, go, wait. You can't force it. It needs to become mature. That's an image of us and the bridegroom to me, possibly, because that's what's going on. We're maturing. We're going through the process. We're going through the fire. We're going through everything we need to go through so that we can be mature and ready for the Christ. We're being sanctified and all that. So, to me, that's an image of that. Oops, am I dead on? Okay, so I'm no super sleuth like y'all. Y'all can just really put the stuff together. Which way did he go, George? What's that movie, Police, or that show where they make fun of cops? I forgot the name of it, but it's hilarious. Y'all are making a mockery out of humanity, man. It's ridiculous. Jesus is the Messiah. Jesus, God isn't real. Okay. Super sleuths. All right. So to all atheists that hear this message, how do you explain gematria and gematria? That's really a point breaker. I gotta hear the argument around this, because you cannot tell me that man did that. This is literally a fingerprint of God on this stuff. You can't sit here and tell me about gematria and tell me that God doesn't exist. Or some type of supernatural force that transcends. Because you can't sit here and tell me about gematria and gematria. Gematria, whichever one it is, G or J. I'd like to hear the atheist case about that. That's going to be my next point with that, because this is ridiculous. So, if you guys don't know, Gematria and Gematria is a study of codes and signs in the Bible. They really don't serve a purpose in themselves other than showing that there's something going on here. There is a pattern that stands out, and it's really, there's a pattern there. It doesn't really have a purpose. I mean, it can, but it's a lot of stuff that just is like, this doesn't really belong here, just on a book that was written. There's something more going on here, and it's just really proof, really. That's really just an extra proof that we need to know that this is a fingerprint of God, really. So, I'd like to hear that case, because that may be the deciding nail in the coffin. I really think it is. Where's your proof that God exists? What about Gematria? That's it. That may be it. I'm a super sleuth. What can I tell you? I got all the answers that need to be said, because I got to hear that. That's the nail in the coffin. I got to hear it. This may be the key to shut down all this stuff y'all say. How do you explain that? And I'm going to go back and study it more, because it's dead on. Put them away. Case closed. Solid evidence. Solid evidence. Case closed. Well, I believe that, but I don't believe Christ was the Messiah. Man, bro, there's no hope for you if you're on that level. Well, guys, I'm going to let y'all go early today. We stopped at 33:11. Okay. So we're at 33:12 tomorrow. All right, guys. Have a good day.